Hey everybody, it's Kay. Hope you're doing well. So today I am doing the Not a Booktube Newbie tag. And I first did this video back in 2017, but I've picked up a lot of subscribers since then. So I wanted to come back on and reintroduce myself to my subscribers and introduce myself to others. So I'll start with something very simple. My name. My name is Karen. And Kay is my nickname, has been since I was a child. My family, my closest friends, and a lot of people that I grew up with, they all call me Kay. For a long time, I was very particular about who could call me Kay. I didn't like for new people, new acquaintances, to just start calling me Kay all of a sudden. I felt like you don't know me, don't be calling me that. But when it came time to start this channel, I was trying to think of a name and I thought, why not Kay the Reader? And initially, someone else had that channel name, but over the years, I don't think this person has posted any booktube videos or anything like that. So I said, you know what? There are a lot of channels that have the same name. So I'm going to call my channel Kay the Reader, and that's going to be it. And so here we are. I fell in love with reading at a very young age. My mom put me in front of the TV to watch Sesame Street and Electric Company and a lot of other educational TV programs. I knew how to read and write my full name when I was 2 years old. And I just had a love of reading and a love of words and a love of books, a love of stories, and I had a very broad imagination. My mother used to always say that I would probably write a book one day, and I do hope to do that. So um, I grew up in the South where I am now. I was born in the Midwest, grew up here in the South. I have one son. He's married, and he has my little boop boop, my little grandson Jackson, and one baby on the way. They just got married actually January 1st, 2021. So I'm really excited and happy about the growth of my family because he's my only child. So, I kept praying, Lord, I want my family to expand. And child, I got the surprise when they said they were having another one. So it is what it is, right? I have a big family on both sides, my mom's side, my dad's side. I primarily grew up with my mom's side of the family. And my grandfather was a minister. You've heard me say that before. So I grew up, always in church my whole life. I didn't always act like I grew up in church, but, that is what it is, and the story for a different time. But again, I fell in love with reading at a very young age, thanks to my mom, thanks to my Aunt Ruby, who used to sit and read with me and watch educational TV with me. Um, I still have some of my books from my childhood that my mom saved for me, so I appreciate that she did that. I read a lot up until middle school. When I got to high school, I wasn't reading nothing. I was too busy out in the streets with my friends. We were out doing any and everything but reading, okay? I didn't pick up reading again until I had finished college the first time. I've been in college 4 times, but that's another story. The first time I finished college, so I worked near a place that was near the I worked at a place that was near a library. So this was back in 1991. I went in, filled out the application. I had to wait 2 weeks to get my card in the mail so I could go back and check out books. So the book that I checked out that reignited my love of reading and introduced me to the mystery suspense genre was The Naked Face by Sidney Sheldon. I had never heard of Sidney Sheldon, but I randomly picked up his book off of the shelf and I fell in love with the genre from there. And I kept going back and checking out everything the library had that he had written up to that point until I ran out of books. And so that was disappointing. But I moved back home and I went, to my local library, got a card, and I would read ever so often. But I really, really got back into reading again. And it's debatable in my head which one of these books it was. It was either I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings by Dr. Maya Angelou or Waiting to Exhale by Terry McMillan. I can't remember which one of those it was, but once I started reading again, I got hooked. And here we are today in 2021. Some of my favorite authors are J. California Cooper, Benicio McFadden, Maya Angelou, Jerome Dickey, rest in peace, sir. Harlan Coben, David Baldacci, Kristen Hanna, Linwood Barclay, Tammy Hogue, J.D. Robb. I'm looking at my bookshelves. There's so many other people. Over the years, my taste has changed. I used to read a lot of Victoria Christopher Murray, Rashonda Tate Billingsley, Kimberly Lawson Roby, Travis Hunter, and Carl Weber, and all kinds of different folks. So I read across a broad spectrum. I love literary fiction, contemporary fiction, Christian fiction, mystery, thriller, suspense. So I'm all over the place. Aside from reading, I like crocheting, coloring, sketching, and drawing. I hope to take some art classes. Some of y'all have seen what I've posted on Instagram, me, practicing my art skills. I got a long way to go. I love dancing. I love music. I love watching movies. I love watching TV. I play some video games on the computer, like The Sims. I love The Sims, City Skylines. I love stuff like that. And I love walking. Walking is one of my absolute favorite things to do. I cannot wait until it gets warm enough again and I can go walking, because this girl don't walk in the cold. Nevertheless, let me get to the questions that come with the tag. I just wanted to give you some background on me, okay? How old is your channel? It is almost 8 years old. What are your favorite videos to make? I love wrap-up videos to tell you what I did read. I used to do TBRs, which means to be read. But I'm a mood reader, so I come on at the beginning of a month and say, this is what I'm going to read this month. Then at the end of the month, I would say, well, I didn't read that. So I don't do the TBRs anymore. Not much. I like to do the wrap-ups instead. I have a series on the channel where I was talking about different aspects of book club. So I like those videos. And I like just random things, just random types of videos that I might throw out there, like this one. No one tagged me and asked me to do this, but I thought since I had so many new subscribers, it would make sense to do so. What is one piece of advice for someone wanting to join Booktube? Well, I have a couple of things. First and foremost, above anything else, be yourself and your audience will find you. Don't try to emulate what you see other people doing, because if it's not your authentic self, it'll come out in your videos and people will know that that's not really you. So be yourself and your audience will find you, okay? Don't be ashamed or afraid to not like books that everybody else say that they like. It's okay if you don't like it. And don't be afraid to say you love a book that everybody else hates. Again, be yourself. Also, if you can't afford to go out and buy all these books, don't go out and buy all these books. Use your library, okay? Go to the thrift store, the discount or secondhand bookstores and get books. Don't spend all your money on books you would not normally purchase just so that you could show them on camera. Don't do that. And also keep in mind, with a lot of these people you see with these huge stacks of new releases, they're probably getting these books from the publisher. So don't go out and spend all this money unnecessarily. Also, use the library for audiobooks too. Use your Libby app or your Hoopla app. Audible is great, and I used Audible for a while, but I just want you to know that there are alternatives. Okay, don't go out and spend all your money on all these books just so you can show them on camera. Okay? Also, very important, a lesson that it took me several years being on Booktube to learn: interact with other booktubers. Build a community with other booktubers. If you never interact with other booktubers, you're not going to grow. You're not going to be as successful. It does help you to be a part of the community. I was out there a little island on my own, not really interacting with people much. Once I started, interacting with other booktubers, I could see the growth in my channel. Okay, so that's another piece of advice. Have you run into any unforeseen challenges? Yes, I have. I'm not going to get into them, but I experienced a lot of challenges to the point I thought I was going to leave Booktube. And the challenges were not within the community itself. It was personal things going on with me. But here I am today. Okay. What's your favorite book you've read because of Booktube? Because of Booktube. Because of Booktube. Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Here Comes the Sun by Nicole Dennis Benn. Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Because I don't normally read sci-fi. So I read that because of Booktube, and I really did like Children of Blood and Bone. I know that there are some sci-fi fantasy readers who have problems with it, but I didn't, because it's not my normal genre, and I didn't know what not to like, if that makes any sense. Overall, what is your favorite aspect of Booktube? Very simply, well, three things. The Booktube community, the creator community, the books that I get to learn about through Booktube, and most importantly, those of you who watch and subscribe. Although I may not get to every comment, to reply, sometimes when I see the replies or when the replies come in, I'm working, so I'll just like it. And sometimes I try to go back and reply. Sometimes your comments don't even need a reply. You've said what you've said, and I appreciate it, so I just give it a like. I don't necessarily reply to everything, and I don't think I should have to. Sometimes I just reply to say thank you. Thank you for leaving a comment and even watching. So I just wanted to come on, like I said, reintroduce myself to some of my older subscribers and say hello and introduce myself to the new ones. Just to let you know, again, if you didn't hear this before in another video, I had another channel. It is called Kay Reads the Word. Because I grew up in church, learning the Word, I wanted to share the Word here on my channel. And so I had a series running here, but now I have created a whole new channel called Kay Reads the Word, and I'm not posting videos for the series here anymore. So please come over to the actual channel Kay Reads the Word if you're interested in those videos. And I hope you are. I hope you'll support. So anyway, that is the end of the video. I just want to say have a great and wonderful day. And until next time, keep reading. Take care. Bye-bye.